Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one of the biggest misconceptions about delayed gratification, a misunderstanding that keeps so many people stuck in frustration instead of real growth. A lot of people think delayed gratification means constantly saying no to yourself. No fun, no breaks, no enjoyment, just endless sacrifice for some future reward that may or may not come. But that's not what delayed gratification is. That's simply forcing yourself to suffer. And the truth is, that approach rarely lasts. When you rely on willpower alone, you eventually burn out. You push yourself too hard, lose motivation, and end up right back where you started. Real delayed gratification looks very different. It's not about rejecting happiness today. It's about choosing the kind of happiness that lasts longer. Instead of chasing small, temporary pleasures, you learn to invest in decisions that create a better future. You stop asking, what feels good right now? And start asking, what will matter most a year from now? That simple shift changes everything. In today's video, I'll share 7 powerful lessons about delayed gratification through a traditional Chinese fable. These timeless ideas can completely change the way you think about personal growth, self-discipline, and building a life you'll truly be proud of. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Do you ever find yourself chasing quick results, only to lose motivation halfway through? Let me know in the comments below. Long ago in ancient China, there was a famous mountain academy that accepted new students only once every 3 years. The academy was known for one simple belief: real wisdom couldn't be rushed. Every student was expected to spend years building knowledge patiently before taking the imperial examination. The master often reminded them, what grows slowly grows strong. Among the new students were 3 young scholars, each with a very different idea of what success looked like. The first student wanted quick results. He enjoyed praise, attention, and anything that made him look impressive. Instead of studying the difficult foundations, he focused on easy lessons that earned immediate compliments. While others spent long hours reading and practicing, he preferred parties, conversations, and short-lived pleasures. For a while, it seemed like he was doing just fine. He was confident, popular, and admired by many. But when the imperial examination finally arrived, his weak foundation became impossible to hide. He failed. The second student made the opposite mistake. He believed success required constant sacrifice. He studied from sunrise until late at night, never allowing himself to rest. He gave up friendships, hobbies, and even moments of joy because he thought every minute not spent working was wasted. For 3 years, he pushed himself harder and harder. But eventually, the pressure became too much. Just before the examination, he completely burned out. Exhausted and discouraged, he walked away from everything he had worked for. The third student was named Yanji. Unlike the others, Yanji understood that lasting success wasn't built through either comfort or suffering. He studied consistently, but he also made time to rest. He gave up distractions that added little value, yet he never abandoned the things that kept his mind healthy and his spirit calm. He didn't worry about looking successful. He focused on becoming better, one day at a time. Year after year, those small efforts quietly accumulated. When the imperial examination finally came, Yanji was fully prepared. He passed with distinction and went on to build a respected and meaningful life. At the end of the story, the academy master shared one final lesson. Chasing every pleasure today can cost you tomorrow. Treating yourself harshly can break your spirit. But learning to balance discipline with patience is what creates lasting success. Now let's take a closer look at what really separates these 3 scholars. At first glance, they all wanted the same thing, a successful future. But their daily choices were completely different, and those choices shaped completely different lives. The first scholar chased what felt good in the moment. He chose comfort over consistency and quick rewards over long-term growth. It felt satisfying at first, but he never built the foundation he truly needed. The second scholar went to the opposite extreme. He believed success meant constant sacrifice, so he ignored his own limits and depended on sheer willpower. Eventually, the pressure became too much, and he burned out before reaching his goal. Yanji chose a different path. He wasn't chasing comfort, and he wasn't trying to prove how much he could suffer. Instead, he focused on making wise choices every day. He stayed patient, remained consistent, and trusted that small efforts would grow into meaningful results over time. And that's the real lesson behind this ancient Chinese story. Delayed gratification isn't about waiting for a better future while making yourself miserable. It's about making choices today that your future self will thank you for. Lesson 1. Choose what matters. Most delayed gratification doesn't mean saying no to everything you enjoy. It means learning to say no to the distractions that keep you from the life you really want. Enjoy the things that refresh you, but don't let temporary pleasures distract you from what matters most. Lesson 2. Get comfortable with slow progress. Every meaningful goal comes with a season when nothing seems to be happening. The work feels repetitive. The results are invisible. But that's often where the strongest foundations are built. If you can stay consistent during the quiet seasons, the results will eventually follow. Lesson 3. Don't confuse discipline with punishment. Many people believe success requires constant sacrifice, but discipline isn't about making yourself miserable. It's about creating habits you can actually sustain. Growth comes from consistency, not from pushing yourself until you burn out. Lesson 4. Focus on progress, not immediate results. Real growth rarely happens overnight. The people who achieve lasting success aren't obsessed with quick wins. They trust the process, celebrate small improvements, and understand that tiny daily actions eventually lead to remarkable results. Lesson 5. Keep planting while you wait. Delayed gratification isn't about sitting back and hoping life works out. It's about continuing to show up, even when the rewards haven't arrived yet. Waiting without action changes nothing. Patient action changes everything. Lesson 6. Protect your attention. Most people aren't held back by a lack of talent. They're distracted by countless small temptations that quietly steal their time and energy. Every time you choose what matters over what merely feels good, you're strengthening the life you want to build. Lesson 7. Today's choices create tomorrow's freedom. The easiest choice today isn't always the best choice for your future. When you consistently choose long-term growth over short-term comfort, you give yourself something far more valuable than temporary pleasure. You create freedom, confidence, and more choices for the life ahead. Understanding these 7 lessons is a great start, but real change happens through the small choices you make every day. You don't have to completely transform your life overnight. In fact, lasting change usually begins with small, consistent actions. Here are 4 simple habits you can start today. First, delay one small distraction each day. Instead of reaching for your phone or turning on another episode, spend that time on something that moves you closer to your goals. Second, get comfortable with a little discomfort. Spend just 10 extra minutes on an important task, even when it feels repetitive or you don't see results yet. Third, stop measuring success by immediate results. Instead, notice the effort you showed up with today. Small wins may seem insignificant at first, but they add up over time. Finally, let your progress speak for itself. You don't need to announce every step. Keep showing up, stay consistent, and trust that your work is quietly building something meaningful. These habits may seem small, but practiced every day, they can completely change the way you think, work, and grow. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Delayed gratification isn't about making your life harder. It's about making choices today that create a better tomorrow. The biggest difference between people who keep growing and those who stay stuck isn't talent or luck. More often, it's the willingness to stay patient, stay consistent, and keep showing up even when progress feels slow. Small actions may not seem important in the moment, but over time, they shape your habits, your character, and ultimately, your future. Remember, lasting success is rarely loud. It's built quietly, one choice, one habit, and one day at a time. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 lessons resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments. I always enjoy reading your thoughts and experiences. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more videos on personal growth, mindset, and building habits that truly last. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.